Do you ever notice how most people tend to be loved more after they die? Say a woman worked for a boss who gave her a hard time despite her coming to work every day, doing her job, being responsible to please her boss the way she can. Her boss continues to give her a hard time, telling her to do this, do that, all over again. Then say the woman died in like a car accident. Her boss may not realize how much she appreciated her hard work until her passing. There have been people who were loved more until they passed, mainly when it comes to celebrities. Here are some examples. Amy Winehouse. Once Amy gained popularity with how well her sophomore album Back to Black did, as her popularity continued, she had her drugs and alcohol problems. Her ex-husband Blake admitted he introduced heroin to her. It got to the point where people were more focused on her drug problems than her music and actual talent. The media, paparazzi was getting on her, constantly judging her appearance about how she's so ugly, nasty, gross, hideous. She looks like she's been dead for years, calling her a crackhead, druggy Jew, talking crap about her beehive hairdo. People possibly thought she was ugly, going by the bad photos of her. I remember when TMZ would show bad photos of Amy, like this one where she's missing a tooth, or this one where she appears to have coke in her nose. Some of you probably thought it was a booger, maybe. Or this one photo where Amy is like out late at night and she seems a bit agitated in the face, where she has nothing on but a red bra and blue jeans. Or this when someone had the nerve to take a picture when noticing pubic hairs around her private area. Who does that? Who does that? It's like TMZ was trying to prove a point saying Amy's ugly based on the photos. So people who have bad photos are considered unattractive? Really? Listen, there are some women who tend to have pubic hairs around their private area, okay? It's not just guys who have pubic hairs around their private areas. There are some, not all, but there are some women who may have body hair around their vagina area. Hey, at least men aren't the only ones that have pubic hairs around their private areas. Then there's this Fashion Police article back in August of 2007. People got on Amy for her thong sticking up above the waistband of her jeans. It's like you don't know what she was going through. Let's look at these comments. First comment says, the thinner she gets, the bigger her hair gets. I'm waiting for her to collapse under the weight. Helena says, Amy, it just gets worse and worse. What is wrong with her? Rachel says, I'm sorry, she's just a complete state. Now, this one guy, Jeff, said, I think Amy looks great in the thong, but then again, I think she's hot. Anyway, despite her numerous problems, keep on wearing the thongs. Amy, you look fab. Well, at least we got a positive comment from Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for finding Amy hot regardless of her numerous problems. Besides, that's a cute and sexy thong Amy's wearing anyways. Amy had good taste in thongs. Matter of fact, I'm surprised there aren't any jeans that have a thong sticking up for women to just wear. That way the thong is just sticking up as they put them on. I mean, you would think because of all the trends and whatnot, but who's to say? Then there's this photo of Amy at a store where her butt crack is exposed, despite wearing a purple belt. Again, who knows what Amy was going through that day? But someone still took the picture. Now, I've actually have seen some celebrity women like Kristen Bell, Jennifer Gardner, Jennifer Lopez, where there are photos of their coin slots being shown, especially Jennifer Gardner. It's a lot of pics of her butt crack shown. Now, I don't know if people are taking these photos to do it on purpose, to try to embarrass them for the sake of a cheap laughs, or when they do take the pic, it's not them trying to embarrass them at all. They just happen to get the pic they can get and their cracks happen to be shown. I hope that's the case because everyone has a butt crack. And sometimes a person's crack will be shown when sitting down or bending over to pick something up, whether that person's wearing a belt or not. You know, it is what it is. Even when women wear the low-rise jeans. And this whole crack thing makes me think of that liquid plumber commercial where they had people in their butt crack showing. Another example of butt crack being exposed is the one, according to Jim episode, where Jim is just getting some water and all of a sudden his butt crack is exposed, where his wife Cheryl, the blonde one, and his sister-in-law Dana are staring at his butt crack. And you see how Cheryl has her hand over her face, pulling her hair back like she's embarrassed seeing her own husband's butt crack showing. And Dana, she looked all effed up and disturbed in the face looking at her brother-in-law's butt crack. It's like, and Cheryl, why are you feeling so embarrassed about seeing your husband's butt crack? It's your husband. Why you feel so embarrassed? It's just a butt crack, women. Jeez. Once Amy died, people were saying nice things like, oh, Amy was so beautiful. She's so sexy, so hot. She'll be missed. She's a legend. Such talent. Her beehive hairdo is lovely. Oh, okay. So you think it's okay for you to say all that when she passes away, but you couldn't say that when she was alive? It really was messed up when a lot of people downloaded her songs on iTunes as soon as she died. Why didn't they download her songs on iTunes when she was alive? Would they still have downloaded her songs if she was still alive right now? To be honest, I don't think so. And I think Amy will still be talked about when it comes to the tabloids and the media to this day. I mean, she pretty much had it bad as Michael Jackson. Also, Amy died a day after the Norway attacks that went down on July 22nd. I mean, sure, a lot of people got on Amy about it, just taking the crap on her death. I mean, sure, Amy did get more attention in the news than the Norway attacks. I mean, I thought the Norway attacks should have got more attention than Amy's death, and then talk about Amy's death after the Norway attacks and whatnot. But I just didn't like how people were just harsh about Amy's death, like she had it planned. How are we supposed to know that Amy was going to pass away on July 23rd of 2011? It's like, come on, guys, don't be so harsh. Whitney Houston also had her drug problems, along with her ex-husband Bobby Brown. People bashed her, calling her a crack hoe, saying she's ugly, especially based on these bad photos of her. Some thinking Whitney is ugly? Really? Whitney Houston is beautiful. Look at these photos in the video of her. This is ugly? You seriously think Whitney Houston is ugly? Whitney Houston is not ugly. She's beautiful. And plus she had a killer, beautiful, breathtaking smile, especially when she has such nice white teeth. She had that Colgate smile. By the way, if you didn't know that acoustic guitar music being played, I'm sure you probably remember it from the Amazing World of Gumball episode. Bobby Christina was also beautiful. Matter of fact, let's do a smile montage for her. People were really harsh on Whitney Houston. Even guys like this douchebag here.
Whitney Houston sucks.
You suck for the video you made. The video he made was uploaded like, 8 days after her death back in 2012? Are you serious? And in the pop culture, just like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston was made fun of. There was that one episode of Family Guy, the flashback, where her and Bobby Brown are in bed and they pretty much had on their mind about crack. And then after they both say they love each other, Bobby Brown just yells at her angry saying, "Get the effing crack." And Whitney has this concerned look on her face like, "Bobby, I thought you loved me." And then there was that one American Dad episode where Stan The idiot kept forgetting him and Francine's wedding anniversary. I mean, Francine almost got him when she threw that plate at the wall of their house. The dude brought in Whitney Houston to sing.
No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity.
Happy anniversary, sweetheart.
Come on, Whitney, go get it.
Francine grabs the cocaine and then she tells Whitney to go get it like she's some dog. What? Sure, it was made years before she passed away, but even after the years of her passing away, I mean, can we still say to this day that that moment is still funny, that can still make us laugh, years later? There was that last photo of Whitney Houston in a casket at her funeral where somebody took a picture of it. Kind of reminds me of that one photo of Elvis in his casket. Somebody took a picture of it. And let's not forget TMZ once again. I remember on TMZ, they were talking about this so-called greeting card joke about Whitney Houston. And it says, next time you think of dating the bad boy, consider Whitney Houston. That's not funny. I don't find it funny. Like, what? Seriously, who does this? And then the people of TMZ, they say they think it's funny. They thought it was funny. Now, the greeting card did come out before she passed away. But even when she was alive and even after she passed away, I don't see how it's that funny. And then you got the one guy with the glasses talking about, before she died, it was kind of funny. And then Harvey's ass talking about, but now it's really funny. Why? Because she passed away? And then he downgraded it when he found out that it was released before she died. He actually graded it. What?
But you just downgraded. Are we grading in Celsius or Fahrenheit? What's going on?
No.
Thank you, TMC announcer. What is going on?
Oh, I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that's why you're laughing.
Shut up, Harvey. Get on my nerves sometimes. Shut up. Shut up. And, of course, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was always loved by the world since the 60s. With the Jackson 5 in the 70s, when he went solo in 1979, going to the 80s. But that all changed in 1993 when he was accused of child molesting that 13-year-old Brad Jordan Chandler. That's when the media, the casual fans who weren't fans but enjoyed his music, turned against him, actually believing he was a pedophile, became the butt of jokes in the pop culture, like in South Park and, of course, Family Guy. People judged him based on his appearance, the whole plastic surgery, all the nose jokes. You got some people saying he's so ugly, he looks like a ghost, he's a freak. He looks very creepy looking and whatnot. And I'm sure some women who are so-called Michael Jackson fangirls are probably just the fake ones. They probably judged him saying he was ugly and his appearance is quite scary. When he had the pale skin. If there's any women that's watching this video right now, please be real with me. Did you really think Michael Jackson was unattractive when he had the pale skin and he was wearing all that makeup on his face to cover up the blotches of his skin? Did you guys think that he was unattractive despite him still being Michael, personality wise? Because I think that's messed up for him to judge him on his appearance, but it's like they forget about his personality, his charisma. I mean, some people actually thought the man wanted to be a woman or was a woman. Like Michael Jackson was a woman? Dude. Hence his name, Michael Jackson. That's Michael. That's a man's name. Okay? How can you say he's a woman, but he has a man's name? What, you think he had a sex change or something? He wasn't a woman, okay? Now, I'm sure the real Michael Jackson fangirls thought that Michael was attractive, whether he had dark skin or light skin. They just loved him because he was still Michael personality-wise. I'm sure of it. But all of a sudden, when he died on June 25th, 2009, everybody, celebrating his legacy and Michael Jackson's the greatest, king of pop, and, constantly playing his music. I mean, his music was all over the place, all over the radio throughout the rest of the 2009 year. I mean, even today, probably the same people that put him down before he passed away. Now, all of a sudden, they want to act like they always loved him. You should have done that when he was alive. And I bet if he was alive right now, he would still be treated like crap. Even after his death, he just can't win because you got people still trying to prove that he was a pedophile with all these allegations and whatnot. Think he was still a disgusting person. Megyn Kelly. Yeah. Yeah, Megyn Kelly. Yeah, that same journalist, blonde twat who had audacity to bring up his so-called allegations on his 60th birthday. I can't believe she did that. Oh, I can't stand that twat. She's a perfect example. It's like you guys just can't let this dude rest. And you know, it's because of the media, it's because of the people that believe the media or the tabloids believing that they're so-called horrible people that is really a reason why Amy, Whitney, and Michael took drugs. Unfortunately, because it was them trying to ease the pain of people putting them down. If people weren't so hard on them when they were alive, they would probably, I'm sure, would still be alive today. But no, you just want to keep putting them down constantly, just constantly, that you just didn't care. You just didn't care. But once they passed away, it's like now you're being positive about them. You're saying nice things about them and you miss them so much. You should have done that when they were alive. It's like you didn't want them to being appreciated and loved when they were alive. It's like you rather them not be alive and not physically see it. That's messed up. But anyways, this is the video. I hope you all enjoyed. See you later.